I suppose any actor playing the part would have his own references, but I've always liked cats. I've always had them. And so I just think of Felix as a lot like me. I think that Felix is there to remind Tom that there's a lot more to life than his business. I admire him very much. I love his movies. And really, I don't know how he does that. And being here, I'm only on this movie for a few days, really. I think I've a total of 7 shooting days. But he's very impressive. His movies are impressive, and in person he is too.
Ian is second in command. Maybe in his mind, he's second in command, almost in command, but he really is. He's kind of Tom's right hand. Ian looks to Tom as kind of a father figure, and I think he probably gets a little disrespected here and there. So he's definitely angling to be the head man very soon. Kevin Spacey plays Tom Brand. Amazing, hilarious, so professional. Runs is fun to be around and fun to work with. And you when you're reading the script, you often hear like, all right, how is this going to sound when he's the cat? And then during the table read, you're like, oh, this makes perfect sense. This absolutely makes perfect sense. David is played by a really obnoxiously good-looking guy named Robbie Amell. He's good at everything. I went golfing with him. He's good at everything. I mean, he drives with one hand. They makes it look cool. David is Tom's son, played by Robbie Amell, who you think initially isn't going to amount much to anything. He's kind of like, he's henpecked and kind of like, bullied by his dad, but he turns out to be quite powerful. I think what audiences will take away from this is that how important families are and how important being present, not just being around your family, but when you're there, having quality time with your family. And it sounds so cliche, but I think that's the lesson. It's also, what they'll learn is not to buy a cat if you're gonna fall out of a building, because you could turn into the cat.
The first time you meet my character David, I'm going skydiving with my dad, Kevin Spacey's character Tom, and you think I'm his assistant, or at least that's what we were hoping people would think. And then when he jumps out of the plane, you realize, or right before he jumps out of the plane, you realize that he's actually my father, and that's kind of the dynamic of our relationship. He's very busy. He's work comes first, and that's why he gets into a little bit of trouble with Christopher Walken. He sets the tone right when he walks on set. He's very funny. He keeps everything light, especially in a comedy, a weird, outrageous comedy like this one. Barry is, I really look up to him. He's somebody I've wanted to work with for a long time. My dad and I, we love those movies, and he's lived up to everything I hoped he would. He is so funny, and he's one of the craziest people I've ever met, but in the best way possible. And he really knows what he wants. For a movie like this that is pretty out there, he knows exactly what he's looking for, in every scene. And that started with pre-production, with rehearsals and table reads. And I'm really having a blast working with Barry. Jennifer is every bit as sweet as you'd think she was. She's beautiful and funny and smart, and she plays these these very likable characters, and it's obvious why. I mean, she's just very easy to hang out with. Cat videos have, a combined billions and billions of views. So if people like to watch cute little cats doing stuff, just imagine watching it with Kevin Spacey, Jennifer Garner, and Barry Sonnenfeld at the helm.
Hey guys, did you know that Pierce Brosnan was contractually forbidden from wearing a full tuxedo in any non-James Bond movie from 1995 to 2002? For this and more movie facts, click on more videos. But if you want something else, click on the playlist.